Episode 16, Stagecoach Robbery. Greetings, I am Wally the Servo Skull and I will be your narrator for this episode. Cycle 4 Game 3, the pursuit continues. The Cawdor gang, the Ash Blessed, have been scouring the coastal highway for signs of their Genestealer cult foes. Since their recent loss of a convoy, the cults have gone quiet, making locating their source difficult. The squat gang, the Cage, meanwhile, has continued searching the wasteland for supplies to build their settlement. A raiding party has caught sight of the Cawdor returning from patrol and begins a pursuit, hoping to fleece the mobile fortress of valuable supplies out from under its escorts. The mission takes place on the coastal highway along the Great Poison Sea, the apparent source of the Genestealer cult attacks. The mission sees the Cawdor escorting Tanktuary back to their settlement. The custom cargo 8 Ridger hauler is always at the center of the board, and doesn't take part in the battle. The goal is for the squads to bring fighters within 1 inch of the Ridger hauler and perform a loot basic action, taking an intelligence test, and if they pass, receive a loot marker. Starting on the 3rd round, a d6 is rolled. If the result plus the turn number is 9 or more, this is the final round. The battle uses the rolling road rules, but vehicles with more than half their front facing pointed toward the leading edge are not moved back 8 inches. Weather. Blinding rays. Fighters who end activation outside of a vehicle or terrain piece, including vehicles themselves, must test as if hit by a flash weapon. Road conditions. Sea of glass. Weapons with the blast tray increased strength and damage by 1. Vehicles that moved at least 6 inches in their previous activation must move at least 3 inches straight ahead when they activate unless stalled or wrecked. For the full mission PDF, see the show notes. The gangs. The squads bring their full crew, including their second Wolfquid. Only the gang's bike champion and infantry on the rock grinder can loot the truck. The full gang roster can be found in the mission PDF.
So, bit of a different mission this time.
Yeah, I think things are getting served up a bit on a silver platter for me. Again, it's like I basically start with my stall out card because Tanktuary cannot get further away from me as long as I'm facing and moving downstream. So, you know, I think I can pretty quickly and easily catch up to you, and then it's going to lend itself nicely to some of my short range. I might be able to actually get my guys, you know, in contact.
Oh yeah.
With Tanktuary and with your little scrubs that are on there, and kind of clean up house here a bit.
Yep.
I'm looking forward. I'm feeling maybe overly confident.
All right.
I'll have to temper expectations.
We'll see what happens. I haven't run this yet, and I think that you're probably at a credits advantage if we don't consider Tanktuary part of the battle, since she kind of isn't. She's more like terrain in this version.
Maybe we shouldn't give you a couple of scrubs to help out or something.
Yeah, I don't really have any spare models.
Yeah. All right, take the ass one.
The Cawdor defenders, short Tanktuary, are at a major disadvantage, but bring to bear all 6 mounted fighters, plus infantry on the surface of the tank itself. The full gang roster can be found in the mission PDF.
So, yeah, I saw this scenario, got published by Warhammer Community, and I want to do a riff on it. I can never seem to run things exactly as they're written. I don't know what it is about me. So maybe it's a neurotic thing. But I have to tweak everything. And so when I saw this one, I thought it was clever for it to be 2 gangs versus 1 cargo 8 ridge hauler that they were raiding. But I thought, you know, this would perfectly fit this stupid indestructible vehicle that I've created. Since functionally it can't be destroyed, why not just make it an indestructible objective instead? And so that's where we kind of find ourselves. And I think that it's a fun way to kind of use this set piece and have it be the centerpiece of the battle without it kind of being overpowering.
The Cawdor deploy alongside the Great Cathedral while the squads deploy on the back edge. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and for as little as $2 a month you can become a patron and help support the show. Turn 1. Squats win priority. Sean moves up the rock grinder and fires at the Cawdor leader.
So it hits. I'll roll to see if she falls. She does not.
Sister Brighthelm wheels around to engage the attackers. She fires at the squat leader.
And she misses. Oh wait, but there's a 50-50 chance it hits the vehicle. It doesn't hit the vehicle either.
Sean Group activates his leader and ganger. The leader fires at Sister Brighthelm.
And it misses. Ammo check.
Hey, you made it.
Yeah, didn't run out of ammo.
The ganger fires at Sister Brighthelm.
Hey.
Alright, so both wound. She gets... And she makes... Nope, she doesn't make either. Alright, and she becomes seriously injured. She does take a wound, but does she save? She does not. And so still seriously injured.
Prospector. Eleanor activates a bone picker and moves to get into range to engage the attackers. Sean activates his prospector to engage the Cawdor bone picker.
It hits for dose. So 1 wound. A flesh wound. And then he takes his test. And he passes.
Eleanor moves a champion into cover. Sean's wolf quad guns it up the right flank. Eleanor moves a bone picker in front of Tanktuary. The other wolf quad moves up, hitting the Chocobo with its wheel sides.
And it will wound, so roll an injury roll.
Oh.
And he goes out of action. 16, so out cold.
It then targets the Cawdor champion on bike.
So it hits. So
Maybe
wound. Alright, she becomes seriously injured. Does she get hurt? Yes, but she gets an armor save, which she does not pass. Takes a flesh wound.
Eleanor moves up the ganger mows to target the squat wolfquad.
It hits for 2. 2 actually went through.
Damn.
Nope. And then a pen to the drive.
Penetrating hit to the drive. Blowout. The vehicle loses 1 hull point, and for the remainder of this battle it suffers a -1 modifier to all handling tests. Additionally, the vehicle immediately makes a loss of control test.
And a glance to the crew.
Glancing hit to the crew. Crew shaken. The vehicle and any fighters on board become subject to the concussion condition, and the vehicle immediately makes a handling check. If this check is failed, it becomes stationary and stalled.
It's a 5.
So you're good on that. So you will fail, you'll lose control.
Oh, it popped out. Do you want...
It's fine.
Okay.
It's a 45 degree, and it's going to be to the right.
The squat champion double moves up. A Cawdor bone picker steps up and fires at the wolfquad.
Not exactly John Dillinger here. And he will not run out of ammo, but he does miss.
Cameron Poe readies his bolt gun and targets Brother Mose.
So it hits for 5. So 3 wound. Jesus Christ.
Oh, they're dead.
Out of action. All right. Is 46, so that's into recovery.
Another Cawdor bone picker on mount moves toward the enemy and throws a blasting charge at the nearby wolf quad.
So it will miss. I didn't need to. I rolled an ammo die.
I was wondering. I was looking.
It will actually stay, but now it scatters.
5 inches that
5
way.
inches
Damn.
that way.
Sister Deadeye stays seriously injured. Sister Brighthelm recovers to a flesh wound. The Cawdor bone picker on Chocobo fails his blind check.
Chocobo does not get to activate.
The squat rock grinder and bolter specialist fail their blind checks.
Well, just doing our job out there.
Jesus.
Yep.
Sweet tap dancing
Yep.
emperor That was brutal.
That's what not one but two mining lasers will do for you.
I don't like this whole you having all this firepower thing and me being picked off one by one. I don't like it.
To be fair, though, if Tanktuary was active, I mean, we're talking a couple of flamers. Did you put a mining laser on it?
No. I moved one of the flamers off of Tanktuary. I moved a long rifle onto it, and I added a grenade launcher at the front.
Ooh, grenade launcher would help. But in general, Tanktuary is not heavy.
You got to be in front of the vehicle in order to get hit by the.
If this was the same situation and we started moving upon, and you could move Tanktuary, it really wouldn't help you too much.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm at like a disadvantage, like just structurally with how the vehicles are lined up against me. But yeah. It's still going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean I've invested heavily in vehicle missions, and yours is stationary, and mine are bearing down. So we'll see how it goes. Having fun out there.
So now I guess we engage with the like. Do we switch to guerrilla tactics because this has gone really badly? Approach the situation. We're bleeding. We are bleeding, and we haven't even rolled to see who's going to get to activate next turn. But all right, let's nose to the grindstone. We're going to keep these punks from getting our precious resources and losing this contract. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Turn 2. Turn 2.
Three, and I got 6, so I get to go first.
Cawdor win priority. Eleanor activates Sister Ignitus and maneuvers to the front of Tanktuary. Sean takes Johnny Blaze up to the rear of the Ridge Hauler and fires at the Bone Picker on board.
So that hits.
It will not wound.
And then the Stone Burner. It does. Hits him.
And he's out of action. 41 into recovery.
Sister Brighthelm stands with a double action. The squad's group activate and target Sister Brighthelm.
We're gonna let the Juve shoot first.
Misses. It's such a like, you're going to take her out, so just start rolling.
I know. It's 4-5.
Doesn't make a single one.
Okay.
So she's out cold.
Antonio Corelli fires his auto gun at the mounted Bone Picker.
It does hit for dose. So 1 wounds. Only coward Cawdors. I mean, the leader gets armor, obviously. She's actually important. 51.
51. Head injury. The fighter goes into recover. In addition, their intelligence and willpower characteristics are each decreased by 1. The other wolf quad moves up and targets Sister Ignitus.
Misses.
Cawdor bottles. The remaining mounted Bone Picker flees. Sister Deadeye recovers to a flesh wound. Sister Deadeye fails her blind check and cannot activate next turn. The squat rock grinder falls off the board, but passes the intelligence check to come back on as reserves. The squad leader Memphis Reigns and mounted champion Johnny Blaze fail their blind checks.
This is the end of round 2. We're going to roll a dice starting next turn to see if the mission ends. If it's a 6 next turn, the mission ends. You basically roll a d6 and you add the turn number, and if it's 9, then 9 or more, then you get the mission ends. And if you haven't got your skrill by then you're out.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, the stalling out of the rock grinder, that definitely hurt. You know,
all my boys set you back.
Yeah, who gotta be looting here. We're just gonna have to go into overdrive and just try to pull up as best we can. You know, you do have some guys on that side, but we're just gonna have to, you know, be okay with a little bit of risk and get within touching distance here and touch the butt.
I'm very intrigued as to what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So strictly speaking, this game has gone remarkably poorly. I mean, just really getting blown out of the road here. My guys got picked off like sitting ducks. It was just not our day, and that's sometimes what happens when you're the defender. You know that this is an ambush. Sometimes an ambush from behind just really smashes you, especially when they've got mining lasers. So let this be a lesson. Don't let your opponents have mining lasers. You know, if you're arbitrator, just don't let them be available. Then you're good. You're safe. You know, you can have mining lasers.
You can have all of my mining.
Have all the mining lasers you want, but I didn't take out the rock grinder mining laser. The sun did. The sun has done more damage to your army than I have.
50-50. Equal damage.
So, you know, this is not our finest hour. But, you know, maybe time runs out. Maybe Sean, because of the sun, can't close, you know? I mean, it's happened before. So, we'll see.
We'll see.
Turn 3.
And now we roll to see if this is the last round. It is not the last round. All right, I'm going to go first.
Cawdor win priority. Eleanor activates Sister Ignitus and moves her into flamer range of the wolf quad.
Ammo roll. It's good. And strength 4 against toughness 3 will not wound.
The wolf quad fires back.
Swap open. So it hits for 3.
Yep. She does not make either. So she does go out of action from toughness. Reroll. She goes into recovery.
The bone picker on Tanktuary targets the wolf quad.
5 up. And it misses.
And out of ammo.
And it doesn't right.
The rock grinder moves up. Sister Deadeye mistakenly stands up. She was supposed to be blinded. Antonio Corelli targets Sister Deadeye.
So she makes her save. Initiative check. She's good.
The wolf quad moves up and targets Sister Deadeye.
Good. Well, she's flesh wounded out.
The wolf quad finishes moving. The Brethren Honk moves to fire at the wolf quad.
And it misses.
Neither of the remaining Cawdor bottle or fail blind checks. The squat rock grinder fails its blind check. Turn 4.
You get to go first.
Johnny Blaze attempts to loot the truck.
Alright. Oh my god, he doesn't get the loot.
The bone picker activates but doesn't have line of sight to any enemies. The other wolf quad moves up and targets Brother Honk.
You gonna make
Hits.
2. Made it.
Yes, it will wound.
You did.
Who's that actually? Brother Honk rolls a 53. Not good.
53, hand injury. The fighter goes into recovery. In addition, their weapon skill is decreased by 1. The wolf quad moves forward. The Cawdor bone picker does not flee and is not blinded. Memphis Reigns and Johnny Blaze are both blinded. Turn 5.
It's a 4. So this is the last turn.
The rock grinder guns it forward, hoping its passengers can secure the loot. The final Cawdor bone picker targets the wolf quad.
5 up. It hits. So 1. Don't make your 5 up, so I get to see if it. Append the engine.
Loss of power. The vehicle loses 1 hull point, and for the remainder of this battle it cannot move further than its movement characteristic during its activation. Additionally, it immediately makes a loss of control test.
And the vehicle is destroyed. 2d6 for the crew on the wolf squad. 34, so into recovery. So 3.
3. Unreliable at the start of every battle. Roll a d6 for each unreliable lasting damage result this vehicle has sustained. If any of these rolls is a 1, the vehicle won't start and cannot take part in the battle ahead. The squats on the rock grinder attempt to loot the truck.
Hammer and Poe. Intelligence 7. He gonna make it. Got Benjamin Franklin Gates. Hopefully this American trader here. Yeah.
And the treasure hunter does manage to find him some loot.
After.
All right, you're gonna be 3. You get 3. Sorry, you're gonna roll 3d6. Yep, so 60, 110. You're gonna win the scenario. You're gonna take the caravan.
That last minute. No, sorry, get that on film. Get that good shit there.
All right, it was off. That was it. Hey,
That wasn't.
we broke the deal.
That was. I'm not gonna buy a third one. I will not buy a third mining laser. That is not.
Oh no, I wouldn't allow you to.
Exactly, that will not be. Yeah.
Like the game really does not work well when you start spamming stuff.
No. I'm gonna do both. We'll see. But yeah, no, that was a very exciting end.
I think another motorcycle would suit your gang well.
It's like that's what I wanted to save.
That like flexibility helps.
Yeah, because then you can drop off if he needs to and stand.
Plus, one of your motorcycle guys, if it's a champion, is I think you might have to buy another guy in addition to champion in order to fit him in. Like,
I already have one champion. I think I need to just buy another guy.
Oh no, you only have one champion. So yeah, you could just buy another champion.
I could.
Because you have 4 normal guys and a leader and a champ.
Would be nice
so you could buy another bike champion for your gang, and he would be toughness 4 and 2 wounds. So he's tougher than a wolf quad.
Yeah, exactly. And I may be able to buy him a power pack again, like the other one. Which would be nice. Again, to have 2 weapons basically on a motorcycle.
For sure.
So yeah, I mean, it's nice to have money. It's nice to.
It's good to have lives.
It's good to have lives. Yes. It's good to collect interest on things. Yes. Yes. Have holdings. Yes. No, I mean, it came down to the wire. There really could have offered 3 intelligence checks, which were not necessarily 50-50 rolls.
There were 50-50, weren't they? It was like 6
7
and 7. The 7 up on 2d6 is 50-50.
It is 50-50. Okay, so for 3 50-50s to actually succeed, it's still 1 and 8. I mean,
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah, you did it.
Quite pulling the rabbit out of the hat, Obviously, decimated always felt good, but you still had to make the money. So it felt good to, make that money at the end. Clean it up.
So, I feel like that scenario was fascinating. It was still close, despite the absolute rout that was the combat portion.
You only have one lasting wound out of the whole thing, right?
Yeah. Oh no, 2. I took 1 on the other brethren, but I still it was a fun game. We did our best to protect the house, but ultimately they ripped us off. We make a little bit of gear, of cash still off of the caravan, but then we lose the caravan permanently to those damn squats. Yeah, it was close.
It definitely, yeah.
I like this scenario a lot.
It was what, 4 rounds?
5.
It was still pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty tight.
No, it literally, you could have lost or I could have won just from like the die rolls that happened at the very end of the turn.
Yeah, and the game went off. I had to pass the
Yep. Oh, it would have been game over.
Conclusion. Results. The squats gain 160 credits and 2 reputation. The Cawdor gain 30 credits and lose 1 reputation. The squats take the Psi Syndicate contract.
Kin, we've done it. I don't know why these Cawdor fanatics are so far out here, but we finally secured another contract. We are going to be the most successful operation in the entire corporation.
Damn the contracts and damn those meddling squats. We must continue to pursue the war. It is the only thing that matters.
My lord, the squats appear to be the power in this region. I think we should hit them first.
Thanks as always to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio for the show's music. And of course, thank you to my patrons. You guys make all of this possible. And if you too would like to become a patron, for as little as $2 a month, you can help keep this show on the air and keep more varieties of battle reports coming, because I have a lot of plans and I need your support. And don't forget to check out the Dome Runners on your favorite podcast platform. Just search Dome Runners and you will find me there. And as always, everybody out there, stay safe and don't forget to change your paint water.